So we haven't read Jollibee, whatever the heck you call it, in a long time. And this one's a very tricky one, honestly. 5 real dads versus 1 fake dad. Now, I don't know if they're like adding to like if it's their biological dad or is their stepdad or is just an adoptive dad. Y'all get what I'm trying to go here? Like, I don't know if that's added to this, because if it's their biological father, I'm pretty sure you can just tell by how they look if their genes are that strong. But we're gonna find out. So without further ado, let's just jump right in and find out.
I'm a dad. I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
I am a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
Okay, well, there's 6 apparently.
All I do is
All
look
right.
at the bags under everybody's eyes. Yeah, okay, all right, that's pretty good. Maybe we're just all tired.
The babies are gonna be tricky
Are these your everybody's?
because you
older
really can't
kids, or
tell
do
at the
people have
beginning.
more?
Only.
We have more.
They get older.
So this is one of 6.
This is
I have
my only
6
dad.
total.
Damn, 6?
Second oldest?
No, he's the second oldest.
Second oldest.
How old you say?
Busting them.
I'm 33.
33.
The 2 older are
He was pumping them
from
out.
my husband's first marriage.
Okay.
So we have also a 14-year-old.
For me, I was like 6 kids. That's a lot to be a step parent. So I think that was one of the
I
things
couldn't do
that I
6
wasn't
kids,
too
bro.
Sure about, you know, someone
Props to
wanting
people who
be
can.
a stepdad for 6 kids.
Stepdad. That's
fun.
nice, man. Yeah.
He's not the stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up.
That's true. I've got one other. I've got a son. He was just born. He's a month old. Dante, and then her.
I have 2.
Oh,
This is my
baby.
oldest, and then my daughter. She's 7 years old. So those are the only 2 that I have right
Babies
now.
is so
I
cute.
do want at least 3 more. You know, I want to have 5.
Just keep going.
We're all gonna have families here. Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm a single dad, so I have to find how to have them.
I got one more. Same thing. He's 7, and he's the last one. I'm not choosing up.
3 months in, I feel like I'm done too.
Some of these kids are like, bro, why am I here?
Basically.
That's right.
I'm curious, like, what's the most shocking thing, or maybe most difficult thing about fatherhood? Because that's something maybe we can all relate to.
I think for me,
I feel like-
I didn't feel like a dad. It was more like a school project. Like, oh, I just gotta make sure it's all right. He survives the day.
First, I thought it was him because like he was.
That's crazy to
kinda
say about a
tossing the kid
child.
around. I was like, oh Jesus, it's gotta be like an uncle type figure.
The part that's probably comes the hardest is the growing up part. It seems kind of cheesy, but really, like, every day she does something new. There was one weekend that we had a nice little weekend, me and my wife, and she was with my parents. And she came back that weekend knowing a few more words, and I was upset that I missed that. Like, just those little moments that you
Damn.
miss. And like, I don't ever want you to take her again. You can't. No. I don't want her learning anything else at your house. It's okay. What's wrong?
I think the hardest thing for me was
Why did they add that?
learning
Like,
how not fragile like kids are, because like
that's so
you always hear about like all the fun stuff that you get to do with kids and play with them and stuff, but nobody ever talks about how when you hurt them, how it's gonna affect you, like the first time you drop them, you're playing a little too rough, but
his hair is so colorful. Like, I like it.
I'm always so concerned about this little girl. I'm like, dude, like everybody, I'm always making sure they're washing their hands, like making sure they're like, oh, you didn't.
See,
pull
that's a
your
fact.
dogs, did
I've
you
known
not?"
that. I know that for a
I
fact.
was having second thoughts on Elijah too, only because he was younger than him.
yeah, I have a feeling that
When this kid
Elijah's
got an
also
opinion
suspicious.
about
I
someone
don't know
else's
if
kid,
you
what
guys
the
have like the not just emotional toll.
The
but,
kid's
like,
like,
the physical
I don't
toll.
believe
Like,
that.
You're not
Mm-mm,
just
that ain't his real
physically there
dad.
for your
I
child.
can see it in the eyes.
You're emotionally there for them all the time. They become a mini, like, this is my mini me, essentially, right? Like everything, my values and everything becomes him, right?
It looked like they were like uncle nephew, because they
Damn.
were like playing around a lot, and
Oh, also, that Nathan and Aiden were wearing matching necklaces. Everything is both harder and
Ooh.
easier than I expected it to be.
And they
So it's
analyzed
like
that,
a lot
but
of, like,
them-
the mechanics of
See,
like,
I believe
I have 3 under 3, so like putting them into the car is like so difficult. But then everyone's like, oh, how are you like doing bedtimes and stuff?
I'm gonna say who I believe. I believe
He was just carrying
The dude with the hair, the colorful hair, I believe him.
Putting it to the side.
I believe
I voted for Nathan because
Him with
I
his
just
daughter?
didn't get that dad energy from him. From
I
somebody
believe
who
Nikki.
would have had their kids so young and gone through all the things that dads do go through for the first time.
I was gonna say I
Surprised
believe them
because
though.
I thought it was gonna be Elijah, but They all
I can
voted
see
for
some.
us
I could
'cause
kind of see some type
Austin
of
voted-
resemblance between those
Austin's
two.
son voted for us.
It could be. I
For
mean,
those of you who were at the
I don't know,
birth of
maybe
your
nephew,
child,
but, you know.
or for those of you who were there for part of the pregnancy, what was that experience like for you?
For her, because you know, first kid, you take all those classes and things. We did like hypnosis classes to help mom get through it. And then when the day happened, none of it happened the way that we trained
so
for
sassy.
it. It didn't happen that way, and I was getting yelled at, and she was screaming. I was just trying to be nice and quiet and just whatever you need. And she was like, "I need you to go away." I'm like, okay.
Anybody
So-
faint?
No, no
The guy in the
faint.
middle, the bald head guy, I feel like that's his actual child.
They were focused on her. I'm so focused on her, and every doctor in the room is looking at me, and I'm like, "Hey, like game time," and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I sat down and realized, like, "Oh no, I'm not."
You have to play it off.
You gonna
for
throw
her.
up?
Yeah, because if I'm going, like, it's
Yeah.
her time to shine.
Yeah.
I gotta sit back and be the supportive dad. And
So I wasn't there for pregnancies because I was step parent and foster, but I will say when I was in the process of like dating a guy with kids, I Google searched like gay stepdad, like looking for books.
Gay stepdad.
Oh,
Do not,
Oh, yeah.
do not do that.
earmuffs, baby, earmuffs.
Oh wow.
I was
Okay,
front
got it.
line. Shout out my girlfriend. She was pushing, and it didn't seem like she was. So all the doctors were like, "Good push, good push," and I was like,
Yeah,
"Really?"
that's the thing. Is like everybody always talks about the yelling noise. Like you see it in the movies, but the reality is when they're pushing, it's more like
Yeah.
clench.
I was like, "Are you doing anything? Good job, though, baby."
During the pregnancy stage, so I was 19, so I was a sophomore in college, and that was probably the most difficult part because I was
He must
in
have went to school
fraternity
young.
too, and
'Cause
they were
I
all going out
graduated
and
at
everybody was
17,
doing their
so I
thing,
can
and
understand
I
that.
was so left out.
Is that your dad?
Yes, that's my dad. His name is Nathan. I kind of had some beef with Dominic because he was all asking me questions like, "Are you sure he's your dad?" I was like, "Yes, I'm sure he's my dad."
You know your dad's name.
This
That's
kid got
good
some
stuff.
He's
sass.
7 years old.
His relationship with Aiden seems more of one of two brothers. You can just kind of see in the way they interact, the way they look at each other.
Tell him, why did we even come here?
I mean-
you don't even know why fully.
Yeah, you need to pay taxes and stuff.
What?
What's your earliest memory of your dad?
What you know about paying taxes?
Earliest thing you remember?
I remember, like him,
Yep, that's definitely that right there. That's definitely his daughter. Definitely his daughter. He can't remember anything
something
about
was
their
off
parent.
about him. He just wasn't really communicating with his daughter.
Give us your best dad joke.
Oh man, yeah, I'm not funny.
That was pretty funny.
That is definitely his daughter.
Joke becomes a dad joke
Definitely.
when it becomes a parent.
Okay, that was a good one. All right.
How about you? What's your favorite memory? Your dad.
So I was with my mom a lot, that basically whole entire week. I was able to see my new baby sister, and I finally saw her. I was excited. Let me spend most of the time with you guys.
Think you can find out who's the fake daddy?
Well, subscribe to the channel to find out.
I'm not
Let's
calling
get
you
back to the
that. I
video.
know that for a fact. I'm not calling you that.
It was like
Damn,
body
Nate.
language.
Damn,
Saw a
Nathan,
kid
bro.
pat Nathan on the back, and I was like, "Oh, nah, we didn't like that."
Just seemed
the
to
matching
me
necklaces, bro.
Like Aiden answered, like that was really his dad. So that made me question my whole thing. And then at the last minute when we go up to vote, I'm like, I don't think it's Nathan anymore. So that's why I wrote down Nikki.
Hey, deuces. You enjoy paying those
Everyone
taxes,
feels
kid.
confident that you already caught the mole, you can end the game now. But if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
So continue playing?
Yeah, let's continue. I might have second guesses now.
That's 2 out of 5. Okay. So we will not continue.
Oh, what? Okay.
If the lights turn green, you have voted
I
the
feel like
mole
these
out,
are right.
and you win. If the lights
If
turn
not,
red,
it is definitely
the line
him.
is still in the
It's not the
square,
not the ball
and
guy.
you
It's
lost.
definitely what's his name next to
Three.
Nikki.
2, 1.
Oh,
Let's go.
yes sir.
Let's go.
Yeah, I knew it. I
On
knew
the
it.
count of 3,
It is
if the
Nathan.
mole
It
can
is
step
definitely
forward
Nathan.
And reveal himself along with his partner in crime. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Okay, yeah,
Well done.
that matching necklace, it did him dirty.
I messed up.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna let me down from the beginning.
This-
I was trying so hard, but
This
I
kid
knew,
was talking so much like an adult. I'm like, yeah,
27-year-old.
ain't no way your kid talking to you like this, talking about paying taxes, talking back to other people's kids, and you ain't stopping them.
So we had a lot of fun.
How are you guys
Cap.
related? Are you related?
Or, yeah.
Yeah, we're brothers.
Oh,
brothers.
okay, got it.
There you go. That's the reason.
You almost got me at taxes, though.
I had my intuition from the beginning, and guess dad brain's a thing. Yeah.
See, I knew it. I ain't a dad, but
That was
I knew
exciting.
it.
Held it together good.
I can
I
tell.
love that people.
I had the intuition, you know what I'm saying? I had it. Like, I can tell. Like I said, the way how that boy Aiden was talking, he was talking like that was definitely not his dad. A dad would have stopped him right. Some parent would have stopped him. I ain't gonna say a dad. That whoever's parent he was, they would have stopped him mid talking, talking about some taxes. Well, what you know about taxes? Talking to this grown man like he's your age, man. You better stop that. Like, that was funny. I knew it. I was correct finally. So I'm happy about that. But that was interesting, you know. See, I'm glad they thing with the stepdad and you know it could be adopted, whatever. But I enjoyed it. Make sure you guys do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Deuce.